Hi, Maddie. Wow, so retro. I mean, this game's over half a decade old, so it's pretty old school. But how are you doing on this lovely Monday afternoon? Good evening, everyone. Right now on Waffle, it's 7:45 on Monday, March 2nd, 2026. Oh, I just heard CJ's visiting Waffle today. Looks like we're going fishing. So he's just here to relax, but I know he's always interested in buying fish if you have any to sell. It's pixelated, really. Huh. Well, I'm going to do my TCG pocket opening while I fix it. Hi, Dot. Is that any better? Oh, hey, I got a full art Paldean Wooper. Smoliv, Menki, Strudel, Palmot. Had a thing in the place. Okay, so it looks good now? Awesome. More awake than usual. I do like you being awake. Let's go ahead and put TCG Pocket away. Check one thing real quick, and we should finally be good to go. Okay. Now that I just woke up from a 2-hour nap 20 minutes ago. A nap sounds amazing, actually. But I'm trying not to, like, I feel like napping yesterday and the day before really screwed me over and messed with my sleep. Like, I felt a little better, but it mostly made my sleep worse. Hamlet. Dear friendo, I'm stuck in a workout plateau. I've decided to try something different. Writing letters. It's the ultimate type of muscle confusion program. My hands have never been so buff. It's all thanks to you. Later, from Hamlet. I'm still typing with one hand because I'm eating pizza and I don't want to get my phone greasy. 100% valid. Let's check the missions for today. Ooh, we got good ones. Sell some shells, catch some fish, catch some bugs. Cook a something. Also, I do like the caddy design, but I understand what you mean that it feels like a design for a character, but not necessarily something for you specifically. It's real dark out. Those clouds look like they're up to something. I don't trust them. Sephiroth be like, Tiger! Doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, that green chair right there, like beside near the mushroom lamp. I actually have a chair that looked almost exactly like that with my like outside porch set. But I went outside recently and it was like there was a really bad storm and it got completely destroyed. Granted, it's like more than 20 years old, but it still made me sad. Ni hao. I was hoping you'd come over to say hello, yoo-hoo. What a peaceful evening this is. Oh, this lovely day could go on and on, yoo-hoo. My stream was a tad behind, so I paused, heard you say something, and also checked the mail. Did you ask me something? The chair lives on in Waffle Town. Oh no, I was just saying that, like, for the design for Caddy, I get what you mean, that it is a good design. I really do like it, but I get what you mean about it not being, like, for you specifically. Like, it's a character that represents you. Gonna fiddle with the cat design, see if I can find a good one. You know, the fact that customizing your stuff restores its HP, I've been floating the same star net for like a year. Actually, aside from my axes, I don't really think I've had any tool breaks for a pretty long time. Star net. It's my favorite net. Should probably customize my colorful shovel sometime soon too, so it doesn't break. Give me that fish. Whoa, big fella. Got a sturgeon. Like a sturgeon. Hop. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Tiny fish. Hoping I can find CJ. Especially since I can sell him that sturgeon. Unlike Flick, when you find CJ, he tends to stay in the same spot. I call for the very first time. How are you doing on this lovely Monday evening? We're playing some Animal Crossing Dailies, and then after that, probably do some Fire Red. Well, we got Dot sneezing on the mic. Love that med drama. So, Cole, did you pick up the Berseria remaster? I know a lot of people are just like, well, I've got it on PS4, whatever. Doing well, setting up to play some Dragon Quest X. Are you playing the English patch? Or are you just suddenly fluent in Japanese? Not suddenly, you could have been studying it. Also, I must interrogate you. Which starter do you plan on starting with for, Wind and Waves? Fluent in patching. I really read that as you were fluent in packing for a moment there. An English patch. They grow English there. Just gotta put a little English on it. My partner's into making sick collectibles if you want one. He's so talented. You got it, chum. Time to dive in and school this challenge. Today I want to see those small fry catching skills. Reel in 3 in a row and a barrel-ish or so in size. As long as it's small, it'll count. If you spot a crawfish or a frog out there, bring it aboard. Don't go catching no other sized fish or my subscribers will get mad. And there goes your streak. Oh, don't let them slip off your hook either. That'll cut your streak too. Sorry, chat request. I know, so many rules. But I gotta keep folks happy or my views will drop. Now go catch something. You know, I counted it once, and I think it's like 14 A button presses to get from talking to CJ to actually getting to go catch the fish. Broughton, I do want to get Berseria Remaster for the art book. I want to get it just be able to have it on Switch, like, portably. Yep, crossing. This game's script is written like it has voice acting. Okay, My first tiny little fish. The small ones can be just as fun, you know. The fish, I mean. I don't think you've mentioned which one you're picking. I'm very much Team Pombon for now. Though I like all three a lot, but I tend to like all the starters a lot. Right now, feeling drawn to Brout. I think Brout's like the sleeper pick. It's a lot more popular than I think people initially thought it would be. I tend to have the same problem with water starters. Not that I dislike any of them per se, but the thing with water starters is most regions have so many water Pokemon that it's hard to justify having that team slot filled immediately. Very excited to see Palmot turn into some bipedal super buff wrestler or something. Let's sell some of these shells. Inventory's looking a little thick right now. You see, my Animal Crossing secret technique is I always just keep a wooden storage shed in my pocket. Pokemon Waves won't have that many water types. I don't know, maybe you got 7.8 out of them? Put my weed away. Yeah. Got a snack real quick. Maybe 6 or so. I mean, I think one of the big issues and why a lot of people don't use so many of the water types in their teams, because I remember, like, I think it was Johnstone was doing a stat sheet thing. Not Johnstone. Smith Plays. Where, like, he was using the least used Pokemon, and it was always a bunch of water Pokemon, especially in the early generations. And a lot of that is from, like, the fact that there are so many water Pokemon that you can only get after you have Surf. So unless you're like one of the Rhydon surfy types, or, you know, you're Furret or something, you know, most of the time, by the time you can get Seal or Shelter or something in most games, you've already got a water type that you needed to have to get there. Okay, we got 2 more tiny fish to catch. I haven't picked the water starter first since Moon. I thought about Gekwa, but I don't feel the same cuteness aggression for it that I do Brow. That's valid. I really like Gekwa. I do like that all 3 starters are kind of funky. I don't know, I saw somebody on Blue Sky complaining that, like, newer Pokemon designs don't look like Pokemon, referring to, like, I guess from, like, Sun and Moon onward or something. Maybe even later than that, I don't know. But, I mean, like, I feel like they're completely missing the point that, like, a Pokemon can be anything. That's what makes Pokemon so cool. That's why it's gone on for so long. I have black people who make those posts. Fair enough. Granted, like, that goes into my whole thing is where, like, you know, we have, like, PlayStation and Xbox's executives fucking firing thousands of people, shutting down studios. Thank you, Maddie, for once again cutting a worthless object. Though Double Action Dogwood is a pretty hilarious name. Was that 3 fish? I think it was. Is it raining? Let me get my gay umbrella. Don we now our gay umbrella. But yeah, like Microsoft and fucking Sony will be shutting down studios and raising prices, doing all this weird anti-consumer shit, and then like people are like, oh, Nintendo's the absolute worst because they fucking made a Game Boy Advance game $20. I don't know. I guess I'm so irritated. Like, I try not to get into discourse kind of stuff, but I'm irritated because like people were like, they should put the old Pokemon games that you can just buy on Switch. Don't make them part of NSO. Let me buy them. And they actually do that, and people are bitching anyway. Granted, I know it goes into the thing I said before that people don't want their problems solved. They just want to bitch. BRB. Okay. Balloon. Balloon, come back. I need the thing you've got. Please come back here. Yeah, fun fact, if you shoot it down over a bed of flowers and it has nowhere to bounce, the flowers will just eat the balloon. Tight knit sweater. I'll keep it for later. Hey, what'd I get in my recipe? You know how you get so bored during commercials? That's when I came up with this recipe. I put it in the bottle, so check it out. This recipe's for sure a hit. You'll totes love it too. And I already have it. Back, washed my hands, and achieved ultimate form. 2 hands. Two-handed washing technique. Oh, there's the siege. Yep. To make chat explode, ew. Big fish money. Explodes. Ah! My defense is halved in generations 1 through 4. Halved what? Clay. Blowfish. Oh boy. Sorry, I had the fishing mission the last couple days and I happened to luck out. Don't mind us getting fire red, leaf green. I just think it should have been both for one price. I understand why it's not, but I also understand why people would want that. But having them as separate purchases, my thing is, I feel like one price should have gotten you all the language options. Do what to the fish? Football. Okay. Hello. Sprinkles back to shake things up on waffle. It's not like it has been comeback tour. It's more of a revisiting a place as soon to be the star comeback tour. Anywho, good to see you again. If you need me, I'll be around visiting, setting a vibe. Frappe. Waffles with sprinkles. Funfetti waffle. Yo, that sounds fucking delicious. Let's see here. Oh. There's Naomi. Let's do a quick run of the beach. Collect some shells and stuff. Let's see, what are our missions looking like? Damn it, it's gonna be hard to do the bug mission now that it's raining. Annoying. Boink. You know, it is really nice that there isn't really any actual penalty for running around in the rain. Like without the umbrella or whatever. Because here, random fun... I guess you guys get a free fun video game fact. But in Metal Gear Solid 2... Oh. Hey, Scooter, I've been kind of thinking maybe it's time I moved on. Waffle rocks, but no new adventures. Stay forever. And to do a magical girl transformation. But in Metal Gear Solid 2, in the tanker chapter opening, if Snake stands out in the rain for too long outside the tanker, he'll actually catch a cold. Top of the evening to ya. I'm just making it up as I go along, but I know one thing for sure. Moving to Waffle was the best decision I ever made, because you live here. Could honestly go for a meatball sub or a Philly cheesesteak. Wow, not a meatball dom. I see how it is. Very cold Raiden. Well, actually a cold Snake. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've got a cold Snake. Yeah, welcome to Evil Sisters. We sell fashions lovingly made by Claw. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you for being here to help Label. She talks about you all the time, you know. She says the outfits you pick out are always super inspiring. She runs back here and starts sketching furiously. It's wonderful to see. You've done so much for all three of us. Thank you, from the roots of my quells. Ah, it's toasty. See, any clothings I want to buy today? Bell bottoms, dress pants. I feel like all this stuff I either have or I'm just not vibing with today. Trust me, this is the one-stop shop to come and be a goober. Ooh, thingamabobber. Egging each other on. Hell yeah, I love eggs. Used to be one myself. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get freaking... Don't look at the statue, David, guys. I'm gonna get TOS'd. One of us? Which one? One of us. David Johnson. Tons of penis! Top 10 gaming penises. You know, I wonder how many games actually show dick in them. That, like, or have regular releases. I'm not talking about porn games. If only there was an S word that meant penis. Oh well. It'll be a schlong time before we figure one out. You said that weird. Yeah. Grabbing that softwood. It'll be hardwood when I'm done with it. Hey, yo. Well, I guess it'll be softwood again afterward. Oh, hey, ghost guy. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Are you a baby ghost? It's the end for me, isn't it? That's how I go. Oh, Micaiah! Please, don't startle me like that. My heart nearly stopped. There goes my spirit again. Great, I can't go around looking like this. What should I do? Sorry to ask, but is there any chance you can collect pieces of my spirit again? Otherwise, I'll be stuck like this for the rest of my life. Like this! I can't even think about it. Please, I promise there'll be a nice reward in it for you. Let's see. There are 5 pieces of my spirit in all. You should be able to find them floating around the island. You'll need a net to catch them. Count on you. Thank you. More like neighbor would. Ayo. Okay, let's whack this wood. You know, I actually have the Ghostbusters video game on Xbox 360 on stream. Yeah, with my axe and my axe. I mean, if you're into that. Bruh. Fuck shit, why would you do that? I've never seen it, like, fade away like that. Usually it just goes back to wherever you left it. Shit. Well, looks like you're doomed forever. Sorry, Wisp. Nope. That one. You know, why is it games I've played thousands of hours of, it's only when I'm on stream that some new weird fuck-ass thing I've never seen before happens? Dot, you doing okay over there, girly pop? Streamer luck, for real. Dot, my dear, your glorious posterior keeps moving my mouse. If you guys are wondering, that's Mom's house. Whenever either of us would play Animal Crossing first, we would always split the our body. See, I said glorious. It's a compliment. We're not body shaming, we're body celebrating. But yeah, whenever Mom and I, whomever would play Animal Crossing first, we'd usually get all of the money trees. And then we'd split it evenly between the two of us. So we'd just leave the money in front of the other person's house. So I still leave half the money there for her whenever I find the money trees. Hi, Rain. Sent some to Mom. Actually, though. Like, truly actually. How are you doing today on this lovely Monday evening? We're doing some Animal Crossing daily stuff, and then we're going to play some Fire Red. Are you feeling any better? I know the migraines were attacking your life points directly a couple days ago. Maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. Every day's been really long and weird. Snow, rain. Yeah, it's spring now. She's back to being Rain. Sad that Red's getting the pink slip. Spent my entire day reading an executive dysfunction made me feel like I've done nothing productive. Bro, that's the biggest executive dysfunction ripoff, is like, you'll be going to work at Job or whatever, and you'll be like, you know what? Next time I have a day off, I'm going to spend all day gaming. It's going to be fucking awesome. And then you actually do it and spend your whole day gaming, and then by the end of it, you're like, I wasted my entire fucking day. When you did literally exactly what you wanted to do. It's like, brain, why are you like this? Why would you betray me? Reading is a valuable use of time. It actually legitimately is. And the fact that, okay, you need to give yourself more credit because you pulled through executive dysfunction to actually sit there and read, which I'm guessing is probably something you've been wanting to do for a while. And also, it was probably really good for you to be away from a screen for a couple hours. Assuming you were reading a physical book. And if not, then you still read. That's still worth something. Because I don't know what you do for job, and I'm not going to pry into it, but I would assume they probably have you staring at the screen at least occasionally. Because even businessy jobs want to put everything on an app or everything on a touchscreen monitor now. I mean, like customer servicey jobs. Didn't spontaneously decided read time and autism carried me through the day. Well, you still got to do something fun, though. Still read, yeah. Disturbing the bees. Spider friend. Ugh. They'll call it snow for last night specifically as it snowed where I am. I'll be rain for the rest of the week. Dang, the forecast is looking extra cute. This week's looking cutie patootie with a chance of ooh-woo baby girl. How many spirit pieces do I have? 4. One more. Oh boy, this is gonna take me like another hour, isn't it? Good thing I'm go ahead and streaming this. Curse you with slipping into stream person IRL again. It's funny because I had a similar situation where I came across an old book I read in middle school for a class named There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom. I told myself I need to read more. This will affect the horse population. Like positively or negatively? Oh, Skippy, I was having a lovely stroll, but my legs are so tired, yoo-hoo. Here's an idea. Perhaps I could rest for your house for a little while? Give my gams a much-needed break, and give the two of us some time to gab. Hope negatively, because we don't need any more evil and intimidated horses harassing innocent lesbians. Don't let Gusty hear you say that. Also, I love the implication somebody made that Red Dead Redemption 2 is just Barbie horse adventures for people insecure about their masculinity. But what if horses are innocent lesbians? Super lesbian horse adventure! Oh dear, I nearly forgot I brought you a little gift, Skippy. I do hope you'll be pleased, though. It's nothing terribly fancy. Look at Renee. Mm-hmm. We call that Umumusume. Yeah. Blossom dress. Cute. Let's go ahead and change my hat and stuff real quick so I can... Culinary arts are an admirable pursuit. I use it to change clothes. Who needs tucking when you just keep your underwear in the freezer? Yummy clothes. I mean, they do make edible underwear. Bought at the soup store. See, there you go. That's where you get the clothes at the soup store. What's a cute blue hat? Maybe I'll just put on my bow. Oh, there we go. Well, first I showed you David's Willie, and now, you guys are watching me dress on stream, so... nah. Too purple. Whatever, I'll just go with the regular transgender socks. Or you could just continue to wear men's jeans and keep having actual pockets. Okay, copy mouse. Umu Musume is so wholesome that I love that the fans ended up making horses get food and get attention. Hi, LD, how are you doing? Seriously, fucking criminal that women's clothes don't have pockets. Well, they're not going to sell you purses if you can just put your wallet in your pocket. But how are you doing, LD? You came in just in time to watch me get dressed. Yeah, we're playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons, just doing my daily stuff. And then we're probably going to play some Fire Red. While I spin, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, 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 magical boots. See, I'm nervous to pick out my outfit now that I have an audience. Bears. I, for one, saying that going out is overrated. What's better than staying in and enjoying a friend's company? Just need to lock the fuck in playing through my Pokemon challenge, because now I actually have a time limit. The time limit is what, when Gen 10 comes out? And you do need to lock in because I want to get off work and be able to sit there and watch your Pokemon streams because they're super fun and enjoyable. Basically, I still have time, but also I have a lot of work. What are you going to be using for 3DS capture? Do you have a 3DS capture card, or did you get Citra to work? Besides, we have to fight. We have to see Dukes if he manages to accomplish his quest to become the strongest. Don't. So I'm going to be going to care to get Citra working. My dear, I have a fabulous idea. How about we play a game? I don't know. Some bullies from Domino City. That word usually isn't a good idea. Lock in and spend, so we can spend time with you more, like for real. High card, low card. EVP 6. I'm gonna go higher. Nice. Can I get some nices in chat? Okay, in fucking 2 weeks, I got 6, 7, and 69 on this. What the hell? Only allowed to get the meme numbers, apparently. It's funny, because yesterday when Pashmina played it with me, again, I got 5-9, which is like the number Kubi used to have in her old Twitter handle. Let's see, how am I doing on wheat? Whole wheat. Sugar, brown sugar. 16.4. Okay, let's make some sugar. Oh wait, you said get some nice in chat. LD Rain Marikea. Oh my god. Well, you know what? You're pretty darn nice yourself. The other two, what? Well, there's 64 because, like, okay, early internet meme was because Nintendo 64.
you know, people would be like something, something, something 64 at the end of it. Yeah, 24 and 25 also have memes. It's not as funny as 25, though. 21. 8675309. I got it. Rip to everybody who actually had that phone number. Okay, let's go put Wisp back together. 47's my favorite number. Oh, 42 is another meme number because of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It'd be much more better to know what the actual question was. Fun fact, Mom and I used to quote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie a lot. She'd be like walking around the furniture section and be like, Ford? Yeah. Think I'm a sofa? .454 is my favorite number. You know 262 is the numbers you would need to press to type out the name Bob on a keypad cell phone. I should rewatch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the movie. Yes. Let's have a Hitchhiker's watch party. Okay, we're gonna get furniture. Got it. Something new, something you don't have yet. But whether or not you've already got a lot of stuff, I think I have just the item for you. Here, have a reception counter. I'll put this item in your pocket, okay? Let me just say, I hope our paths cross again sometime. Till then, farewell. The star-crossed lovers tension between those two fours. It was a favorite number because of Toxic Rogue. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of 303 for similar reasons. The number, not the band. So I had 960 as part of my usernames. Because it used to be the number for my Pokemon Shield playthrough. When I got to Marnie, I was just like, well, this is awkward. Hi, Gusty. 13 hours until I've become a menace on horseback in the steppes of 13th century Mongolia. Until then, I will enjoy some cake. Nice. How are you doing today on this lovely... It's Monday evening for me. 6 hours. Oh, this is too much math for my tired brain. Like 2 a.m.? It's 2 a.m. Let's see. 2 out of 3 comp matches in Valorant. Favorite band, Blink Blossom. Craft it. Press Y. Look, you can set quantity if that doesn't bring you back to Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh, Automod, leave Gusty alone. I've said worse on my stream. Second game, my internet decided to just fuck off completely for no reason. Only got to play 6 rounds. It really pisses me off that a lot of, just like 2020. It does kind of irritate me that a lot of online games will penalize you if you disconnect, but it's not your fault. Which I guess it'd probably be a little bit too much to ask for them to be able to detect the difference between, like, an intentional disconnect and your internet just fucking you, but it still sucks ass when you get penalized if your internet cuts out in mid-match and there's nothing you can do about it. Alrighty, I think that's all the animals I need to cross for today. Really, I'm more upset that I lost because of it, because our team lost. I understand. They should have a little hamster that reports back if it was on purpose or not. Okay, time to work on some drawing. Ah, yes, the purpose hamster. Like, I don't care about the experience, hardly played anyway, but I'm losing rank progress for a game I hardly played simply because I couldn't. Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm not a huge fan of how ranked modes are handled in most games that have online stuff. Just a second, I'm gonna change the stream title and everything real quick. Look, I'm remembering to change the stream title and the category. I'm a real professional streamer, you guys. I'm gonna go grab your cake. You grab that cake. Yeah, really, what's wrong with grabbing your cake? I do not approve of Twitch's anti-cake agenda. Finally, Monster Rancher, you silly, this is Digimon. Managed to get through out of Rithian Forest after wandering about. Last time on Pokemon Fire Red. Cannot even grab actual cake here, SMH. Took on Peter's gym leader Brock Sonics with Bulbasaur one-handedly. Departed the gym in Pewter City. Managed to get out of Mount Moon after wandering about. And Mott saved the game at this location, Route 4. Okay, let's start mooning our mountains. Okay, did this regenerate? No, I feel like the little berry spots here regenerate, but it's a certain amount of steps. Damn, this game is so colorful. I love how this game looks. Got Bulbasaur and Crystal already. Yeah! TM9, it contains Bullet Seed. Oh, that's right. TMs have their own little, like, case, and it's full color working, too. Oh, yeah, I just went into the menu and clicked full color mode. I forgot to click it for the last 180 hours. Footprints! Look at my footprints. I was printing my feet. It's the dude. The dude abides. Yeah, it's a Game Boy Color. ADHD will do that. You can tell this is Crystal because Pidgey has the same back sprite. Which, honestly, that's like one of Pidgey's best back sprites, so I would reuse it too, honestly. Mud Sport. Geodude getting Mud Sport's one of those things that made sense from a lore reason, but is completely useless. Like, oh yeah, my ground type weakened the power of electricity. Let's go. Cake has been gotten. For anyone curious, it's butter cake with roasted almonds. It's for doubles. Hey girl, you got a nice back sprite. Now I kind of want to play Nier Automata. Give me that rock, please. Mud Sport and Water Sport are just such useless moves. Why? Because it's a really good action RPG? Tackle that rock, please. My butterfly tackling a rock. Sure, this will be effective. Okay. You know, I am very tempted to turn this onto L equals A mode and just play it with a singular Joy-Con. If you guys missed it before when I streamed Fire Red on Friday, they actually updated L A mode to be an awesome accessibility edition. Where, you know, in the original GBA games, it would just have L mirror the A button's functionality as the name implies. But in the Switch version, not only will L equals A mode do what it says, but it also makes ZL function as the B button, and it'll map the 4 face buttons to the D-pad. So you would use the left analog stick to move and make menu selections. So the entire game can be played with a single hand on the left Joy-Con, and that is such an awesome accessibility feature. Its round form makes it easy to pick up. Some people have used them to hurl at each other in a snowball fight. That's fucking 44 pounds. You're throwing a fucking boulder at somebody in a snowball fight. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh. Where's Winter Sport where they stop battling and play hockey instead? You see, that's the opposite. Hockey is just an excuse to get into fights. Felt bad enough throwing a little pebble at a friend in 3rd grade. That's the wrong button. Gosh, I can't believe I just showed everybody my menu on screen. Stream. Extreme snowball fights where they use exclusively Geodudes. If you fail to dodge one, your head just gets caved in. I love Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I also love Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. And I got that reference, Cole. Also, you guys probably saw on Blue Sky, I've actually been playing on my breaks at work a ROM hack, which called Pokemon Cramorant Yellow, which it's basically Pokemon Yellow, but it replaces your starter with Cramorant instead of Pikachu. And your rival gets Barraskewda. Or Arowana as his starter. But with Cramorant Yellow, it also changes up some of the Pokemon's moves and also updates it versus Red and Blue to change, like, for example, you know, like Gust is a normal move in Red, Blue, and Yellow, but in, like, Cramorant Yellow, they actually made it a flying type move. And it seems like they updated some other moves to do what they do for later generations. Specifically, it seems like they boosted Leech Life's power to its post-Gen 7 80 in the ROM hack, but Zubats still have it. Instead, because, you know, like, Zubats, when it used to learn Leech Life, after it got its power boosted to 80 in Sun and Moon, they had Zubats start with Absorb. So, yeah, like, I'm in danger. Because, like, I just had my Pikachu, and my, like, lead spot, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just use this to take out the Zubat with a Thunder Shock real quick. The Thunder Shock didn't KO, and the Leech Life took half my Pikachu's HP in a single attack. I mean, thankfully, you know, you start with a Cramorant, so you've got a flying type and you can resist it, but I'm like, oh damn. Every cave is now a gauntlet. I mean, like, I do like the implications for that for later in the game, because that makes Parasect actually super good. I haven't gotten super far. Like, I actually just got to Cerulean in my Cramorant playthrough. I'll actually probably do a stream playthrough of it eventually. Because aside from the Cramorant stuff, which is very cute, it also does a lot of cool stuff with the movesets. Like, it has Oddish learning Razor Leaf on its own. You know, stuff like Rattata getting Fury Swipes and Double Slap. Like, a lot of Pokemon learning moves that it makes sense for them to learn that they just don't. I wonder what made them change Leech Life instead of making a newer, stronger HP-draining bug move. I don't know, but I kind of like it. Like, letting out... It's such an iconic move, especially from early in the games and stuff, that it actually growing to being more powerful just seems cool to me. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? I am also in the cave. What are you... Kent. Bugcatcher Kent. What are you doing in a cave? There... I guess Paris. Okay, that's fair. Guess they lived that leech life until you get it good. There you go. Oh no, I'm about to get the 100% poison chance, aren't I? God fucking damn it. My coffee's poisoned. That's what I get for ordering Starbucks. Clouds in my coffee and you're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. Singing to the final boss of Final Fantasy XII. Weed coffee. Yeah, I mean, we would if we could afford some. I'm not paying $11 for a fucking venti-ass latte. You got me. Coffee's level 11, though. I saw them. I'm sure they're from Team Rocket. Okay, well, I'm leaving. Team Rocket. Fuck that shit, dude. I'm going back home to Pallet Town. Tell Professor Oak, yeah, this didn't work out. Mount Moon. Hey, 7th, how are you doing today on this lovely Monday evening? We're playing some Pokemon Leaf Green. Very excited about the upcoming DBZ handheld stuff. I mean, mostly excited. I know there's the fact that you actually had to play the game Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu, so mostly excited, but I'm sorry. But Supersonic Warriors is so freaking good, dude. You know, it's weird. My cousin had Supersonic Warriors 2, and I played it for like 10 minutes, but I don't know why. It just didn't vibe with me the same way that the GBA original did. Also, I don't know if you're familiar with the, it's on Switch and Steam. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection, which has a bunch of the Game Boy Color, and GBA Yu-Gi-Oh! Games in one package. Chose the soup instead. Unlocked all the Taiketsu characters back in middle school. Ah, yes, the era where, like... I don't know if you were anything like me, the Goku autism is like, you could stomach any game of any quality level as long as it had Dragon Ball characters in it. I should probably go deposit cores in the box. Legacy of Goku 1 tried my patience more than Taiketsu. I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed of this, but I have 100% completed the first Legacy of Goku multiple times. Are you able to stream PSP games? Yeah, I have PPSSPP on here. Paralyze heal. You don't think they'll be the core of your team? Maddie. Once again, being funnier than me in my chat. I should be used to it by now.
Oh wait, shit. Coffee's like leveling ahead of everybody. I should get her out of the front. Dragon Ball Evolution stream when? You know, that's the funny thing. The Dragon Ball Evolution PSP game actually isn't bad. It's like, you can tell it's very much on a budget. No need to compare, but I'll accept the compliment. You can tell it's on a budget, but the core gameplay is Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai. So, yeah. So if you can get over the fact that, you know, like, Justin Chatwin's throwing out Kamehamehas. I mean, I was hoping it would be in the video. The game itself, its existence is more interesting than anything in the game. It's just really fascinating to discuss. Wait, do I even need to deposit items in this game? I just started doing it out of habit. I've crystalled too hard. No, Dragon Ball's handheld history is fascinating. Oh, by the way, yes. And this is Crystal, right? Of course. Remember you asked about Drill Dozer Rumble working with Game Boy interface? Yeah, I am curious. Confirm it does indeed work. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Because I think Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire also have that ability. But yeah, I'm super glad to know that it works with GBI. Beware, Zubat's a bloodsucker. You can drill and doze all over the place. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. Iris! Ah, the level 14 Clefairy. We're testing weird GBA use cases this week, and the Rumble games are the first ones I checked out. Oh, here's a really fun thing. I have an old adapter that lets you play Xbox and GameCube with a PlayStation 1 or 2 controller. And as weird of a thing as it is, playing, well, first of all, the Rumble from Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire will still work through the PlayStation, like, PS1, PS2 Rumble. And, it's actually pretty comfy to play that with, like, the L2 and R2 buttons of a PlayStation 1, because I was using the, like, the kind of off-white, cream-colored DualShock that comes with the tiny PS1, which honestly is my favorite singular PlayStation controller. I don't know why, but the buttons and build quality just feel like top of the line for that one. So it tends to be my go-to PlayStation controller. I lost? I came because I heard there are some very rare fossils here. I'm getting a PS2 to GC converter so I can use arcade stick for GBA stuff because it'd be really funny. There are a few things that bring me more joy than using like really expensive or high-end controllers for like, I don't know, fucking turn-based 16-bit games or something. I think one of my favorite instances in general is limited run games doing a physical PS5 print for the first Shantae. Something about an Ultra HD Blu-ray containing exactly one Game Boy Color game just tickles me exactly the right way. Clefairy, this early? Ooh, okay, I was really scared for a second there. Catch, I'm a catch. I'm a catcher. Catcher in the Raichu. Raichu now. W gave you a heart attack for real. We got her. Its adorable appearance makes it popular as a pet. However, it is rare and difficult to find. Pepto-Bismol. I mean, I guess that could be a drink. Also, Rain, technically his name is supposed to be A and W, but there's no ampersand. I hate that the screen for Fire Leaf Green Switch being off-center bugs me so much. Is it? I don't know, it's really funny to me, because, like, when it comes to things like aspect ratios and all that stuff, it's so funny to me that most, neurodivergent people either care about it aggressively or completely ignore it with no in-between. Make some tea. Okay, everybody, grab your favorite sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage of choice. I got my water tumbler right here. And take a nice big sippy. Top and bottom margins. Oh, yeah. I have tea. I'm allowed to have tea. You can have as much tea as you want, baby girl. It's not a big deal, just messed with my attempt to use Retro Tank. Very much a me problem. Okay, for me, like, I will not notice anything like that if the border is completely black. As soon as the border around a game has any kind of design, I notice it aggressively and can't concentrate on the game. It's like with the Mega Man Legacy collections, I actually really do like the borders they have, especially since they have high-resolution original art from, like, the 80s and 90s. But, I always have to turn the borders off because I just can't concentrate on the game otherwise. Granted, this game doesn't have border options or anything like that, but I didn't really notice because I wouldn't have used them anyway. No 500 grams of sugar Kool-Aid coffee? No. Ah, don't sneak up on me! Kool-Aid will be a good name for something. Gotta keep it in mind. It's in my back pocket. Hoven? Joven? Genova? Magnemite do be looking a little funky in this game. Affectionate. I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. Shouldn't put your Kool-Aid in your pocket. Well, I mean, like, if it's still in powder form. I am in trouble. If I'm a priest in Dragon Quest, I'd be Kool-Aid. I hope that sigh was loud enough to be audible in the microwave. Microphone. Metal sound just shreds an electric guitar for several seconds.
You all the way in the microwave, don't worry. You don't need to be in the microwave, girlie. You hot enough as it is. They call me the Hot Pocket because I'm red hot on the outside and freezing cold on the inside. I have somehow survived the magnet. Now I must survive the orb. Call me the Hot Pocket because I'm happy to see you. Vine Boom, raising one eyebrow. To abuse charge. You put that credit card down right now, young they. My Pokemon won't do. They actually don't call me the Hot Pocket, funny enough. I have to find stronger Pokemon. Where might they be? Oh man, if only we lived in a place where every couple steps you'd find a Pokemon. Paris! Hell yeah. Oh fuck. Sounds fake. Ah! 'Cause it's girls' pants don't have pockets. Yeah. See, like, purse companies and pants companies are like the fuck is the word? Not collaborating. It's like a collaboration, but evil. Listen, I'm too cute to be thinking co-conspiring. Yeah, that's close enough. That'll work. This one can be wine. Drinking a cunty glass of wine in Paris. Growing out of the bug's back are mushrooms called tochukaso. The mushrooms grow with the bug host. Oh, interesting thing. I'm gonna riff on your idea a little bit, Maddie. Bug host with the bug most. I probably spelled this wrong, but there's a name raider later. Chardonnay. But okay. Shit, give me a sec. My brain stopped. Okay, remember I said before that I thought that Fire Red and Leaf Green here on the Switch were, the, Revision 1.0, or Revision 1, which were the ones released as the Player's Choice version, because it fixed the bug with the Pokédex, where it would only show the first name of a Pokemon that had two names in its, species typing. Chardonnay would fit, so it's fine as well. But yeah, this version is a completely new revision of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Which, like, it has some of the bug fixes from there. It also fixed the roar glitch. Because there was a glitch in both the original and greatest hits versions of Fire Red and Leaf Green where if, because after you beat the game for Fire Red or Leaf Green, it'll unlock a roaming legendary that is super effective against your starter. So if you start with Bulbasaur, you'll get Entei. If you started with... wow, my Spearow just did not get shit from that level up. But if you started with Bulbasaur, you get Entei. Squirtle gets Raikou. And Charmander gets Suicune. Well, Evil Collab would be a collaboration. Got a participation meal for it. To protect the world from participation. No, it's a participation meal. It's gonna be fucking delicious. That's all I ask. But, yeah, if you encountered one of them and used something like Arena Trap or Mean Look, it would respond with Roar, just like they do in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But unlike in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, if they used Roar in the original versions of Fire Red and Leaf Green, they would just leave. They're gone forever. You could literally permanently lose them if they roared. That was actually fixed in the Switch revision. Shame that the IVs are still messed up, but I imagine having to fundamentally upend a lot of stuff to fix that considering home compatibility. It's going to be PB&J and an apple juice. That's the participation meal. It'll be delicious. I mean, so yeah, pretty baller. Well, the thing is, 7th, a massive upside for this is that, obviously, if you transfer into later generations, you know, you can just get bottle caps and hyper train whatever stats up you want. But this is a 100% reliable way to get 0 attack IV Suicune, which is amazing because Suicune's going to be a defensive special attacker anyway. And that means it'll be much less vulnerable to foul play. Return with tea. Hello, Rain. Welcome back with the tea. Yes, you must tell us what kind of tea. You need to go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. Can I get a PB&J P? We don't offer that here. Robbie! Funny considering Suicune is the only one unaffected by the roar bug to begin with. A butter jelly sandwich. Yeah. Well, no, I guess that would just be toast, wouldn't it? Actually, it's quite good on toast. A favorite of mine also helps with my current ongoing health issues. Oh, I missed which tea it was. Let me scroll up. Hibiscus with strawberry and raspberry. It took me a while to get that. You know, it's interesting, though, 7th. I'm looping way back around to, like, half an hour ago. Even though I messed around with some stuff on emulators, Taiketsu was one of the few DBZ Game Boy Advance games I didn't own when I was younger. Butter's fully melted, no risk of tearing the bread. And to this day, I've actually never played the 2nd or 3rd Legacy of Goku. Yes, I know that, like, Legacy of Goku 2 is one of the most improved sequels in all of human history. Jail time. God fucking damn it. That's not Crystal. Shh. Don't tell Soda specific. Uh-oh. I lost. Zubat's tough, but if you can catch one, you'll be able to count on it. What is it, like a calculator? Rare candy. Making footprints in the sand, making footprints in the sand. But how are you doing today on this lovely... I guess it'd be like 4 a.m. for you. But it's Monday afternoon for me. I think you'd really like them. If you like the first game, definitely enjoy the other two. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, I'm actually unsure if I like Legacy of Goku 1 that much. Though it is interesting to me that, like, I feel like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot occasionally winks and nods to the Legacy of Goku series. Hope you enjoy the tea. Helps you feel health. Tea, not my best work. It's okay. You get a gold star for effort. "3 a.m. actually. Just woke up because my nose was stuffed. Hard to breathe, hence why I woke up." Helps you be in tip-top shape. I love Vine Whip's animation in this game. She's like, ugh. I'm sorry, Macchiato, I'm not ready. Please be a Bulbasaur just a little bit longer. Bestow upon you the shittily drawn gold star with "you tried" written on it. That's exactly the one I was thinking of. Now, this is a good pun. Maddie is best in class. "I'm excavating for fossils here under Mount Moon. Sometimes Brock of Pewter Gym lends me a hand." I believe you picked the easy life, Micaiah. Really, Bulbasaur? Okay. I didn't just choose it for easy mode or whatever. Bulbasaur is my first ever starter of any Pokemon game when I picked up Pokemon Red when I was little. Again, Maddie is canonically the funniest person, yeah. Woo! Can we have a pizza party? Yeah. I have a coupon for 1 free Domino's. This game was before the transition to 3T, so no chances to have a T-pose party. I mean, I guess if we get Trico. The original Star Walker at that.
Seltzer, let's go. Wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. Ball. Miriam. I cannot imagine meeting an 11-year-old named Miriam. Adish, I love you, Adish. Every Miriam was 11. That's true. Let's see, if you're 11 in 2004, you would have been born in 1993. Need to finish making the voice cast spreadsheet, but I've been fucked up too much from the migraines. I may or may not be the most canonically funniest person, but I sure am here. Well, I'm glad you're here. Had this dream where I resumed Fate's Day night because it was someone in-game's birthday the other day, and on the 2nd it was Sakura Mato's birthday. I'm not used to dream having such recent events mentioned in a dream. Oh, I lost that. How do you get out of here? It's so big, I may get lost. The dude. Pepsi? Is that me? Maybe. You could be a Spearow. Though, I mean, I feel like you'd be more like a Darumaka. But I mean, the Darumaka would be holding a can of melon soda, right? When do you get Darumaka in this game? Oh, it's in a... But you can only catch, like, the one. Quick attack. Goodbye, Growl. Oh, sweet. Dixie, it didn't happen, pun. That got a good laugh out of me. Yep. Alright, McKay, I must now assign everyone in chat what Pokemon you think they'd be. You see, that's a little difficult because, like, I already know Maddie has several Poké-Sonas. Don't reuse a Pokemon from your rival, no. Maddie, you have like 30. Darumaka is partially why I rebranded to Sodaruma. $76, actually. That is like 30. There are at least two 30s in there. There's over 1,000 Pokemon. What Pokemon vibes do I give off? Help me, guys. My brain is completely blanking on everything right now. White Pikmin vibes. So happy to have thrown this at you, Rain. Well, Pokemon's just like a little guy and a weird creature fused. I don't go there, but I do like white. The screen scroll when they catch you is always like really gets me in Fire Red Leaf Green. We, Team Rockets, are Pokemon gangsters. We strike fear with our strength. Grunt. Macchiato, problem solve this. Okay, LD, Alolan Vulpix. And Mega Absol, I could see that too. Honestly, a little bit of both Mega Absols. And even though, like, it's my favorite Pokemon, so I'm probably biased that it comes to the front of my mind, but I could also see LD a little bit having Mawile vibes, being like really cute and really sweet and stuff like that, but also having like the whole like terrifying, big, crunchy, scary chomp. Big chomp. I can be your Angle or your Devil. Do you love Mega Absol and Alolan Vulpix? I blew it. Darn it all, my associates won't stand for this. You should ask them to sit down, I guess. Gimme, gimme the thing. Star piece. Stars. sitting there and hawing, trying to assign Pokemon to people. Kirby of the Star Piece. Kirby Mass Attack. You know, that game actually looked really neat. And I saw a copy like one time in a store and never again. Pachirisu and Skitty are also good. Those are good. Ah, shit, I am not paying attention. Too busy thinking about Pokemon to pay attention to my Pokemon. I had Mass Attack for like a month and it just disappeared. You know, Maddie, one day you're just gonna like be cleaning your room and a bunch of random things in your life are just gonna spontaneously show up in a place that makes 0 sense. Only played Mass Attack's demo. Head full of Pokemon, cannot focus on Pokemon. Oh wow, my dad, there you are. Pokemon Gen 10, do I go with Pombon or Gekkoa? I'm going with Pombon because Pombon. Actually, Maddie, I don't remember if you've done a Sona for this one or not, but I very much feel like you could have Growlithe vibes. Also a little bit of Vulpix, but that was like one of your first Pokemon Sonas, so. Firestorm Gekkoa, going Brout. I have done a Growlithe. So that's things like the first ones I think of you are ones you've already done. Okay, Rain, actually, for you, I was also thinking of Zoroark. And this wasn't intentional. But I realized I picked an actual Shadow Fox. Just feeling Mischievous Rune. I could definitely see Mischievous. I think my brain just automatically associates Miss Magius with Kelsey. Will friends assign me with Zoroark? And Zoroark's a favorite. Naruhodo. Okay, Cole, Rowlet. Not just saying that because you're talking about Brout, you have very Rowlet energy. Well, there's a little bit, yeah, definitely Carnivine with a little bit of the silly goofs. Carnivine's just a silly guy. Surprised there isn't a soda-based Pokemon. Then again, as someone who's tried to design a fake mon based on it, it is difficult. Well, like, it's hard to do a soda Pokemon without going just like a bottle or a can, and that feels a little bit reductive. I mean, they did manage a tea Pokemon with, like, Sinistea and Matcha. For 7th Force, Surfetched. Thinking Sprigatito. I could definitely see Sprigatito. I love that we've all just universally decided that Cole has, like, grass trainer energy. Very grassy vibes, yeah. Azumarill can be read as a bubbly soda. That's true. But I zoned out one. Oh, they wanted me to assign everybody in chat, like, what Pokemon they would be. And I feel like you definitely have the vibes of Surfetched. Like the cool, stylish. Plus, you know, it's a fighting type, and you cover a lot of fighting game stuff, so... But I felt like just assigning you, like, a regular fighting Pokemon, like, you know, like Sawk or something, just wasn't quite it. Plus, you know, like, it's a fighting type, but I know you also love RPGs and stuff, and it's got, like, the classic RPG shield sword combo, which could also lead into, like, you know, like, character action games like Devil May Cry and stuff like that, so... My idea was 3 variants based on whatever drinks you get in vending machines, so it's a mimic you get. That's actually really neat. Thought about it like that, yeah. Okay, so that's Coal, Soda, 7th, LD, Rain. Aside from Maddie, I think that's everybody in chat right now. Also, the secret lurker is I'll assign you guys Kecleon because I can't see you. Gotcha. Oh, look at Chardonnay out there, just like look at him typing on his keyboard. Oh, he's got a report he has to turn in by Thursday, and he has put it off all week. Gusto's in here earlier. Oh, true. Really, actually, kind of difficult for me to not instinctively assign them a horse Pokemon. Since Rowlet was given to me and I played Tales of, does that mean I'm gonna main Raven since he's also an archer and bird adjacent? I mean, you could. He's also in his 30s, but acts like he's 50 for some reason. Memory with Augusta involving Ditto, so they're Ditto to me. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid. Grunt. You know, it's weird they hire all these guys with... Wait, that's why they're all named Grunt. It's like with the Millennium Rod, how it can only control people named Steve. They can... Giovanni can only control people named Grunt. Maddie, you're zigzagoon to me. Hi, Guru. Vibes. How are you doing today? OMG, a Pikachu! It's Pikachu! We're playing some Pokemon Fire Red on the Nintendo Switch. This is the new release that just came out. Gives off Wingull energy. Kinda. Okay, when I think of Maddie, though, with Zigzagoon, I specifically think about Galarian Zigzagoon. Because it's like, it's cute, but it's also got that attitude, a little bit of sass with the tongue hanging out. I do have 1 blue stripe on each wing. Ooh, now you've entered chat, Mikhail must assign a Pokemon to you. I mean, she has Neko in her name, so I feel like I'm just gonna, like, instinctively go for, like, a Meowth or something. Suddenly, I forgot all Pokemon. So you are good. You find a fossil, give it to me and scram. Ether. Boink. TM46, it contains the ETH. Can settle for Meowth. Well, okay, specifically, a Lowland Meowth. Guru Swoobat. I can kind of see that, too. Playing Leaf Green at the moment, I forgot how much I love the item use animations in this. Fuck yeah! Dude, I love when you use the item and, because your Pokemon will actually get progressively closer the higher its friendship is whenever you use an item on it. So it'll actually change the animation the higher the friendship level. Which would be useful, but you can't fucking get Espeon or Umbreon in this game. It's funny, because I do love Rowlet, but my close friends have assigned Rowlet to me before. You be in here Rowleting. Maybe you can't. I mean, I technically have an Espeon in my Fire Red cartridge, but I had to trade my Eevee over to, like, Ruby or Sapphire or something. It does kind of bite that, like, the, apparently the GameCube NSO release of Pokemon XD is not going to have any compatibility with this Fire Red or Leaf Green. Which, like, rummaging through the brain space, aside from... Okay, let's say hypothetically they decide to release Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald and make them all cross-compatible like they were on the GBA with Fire Red and Leaf Green and everything. I still don't think you'll be able to complete a National Dex. Because I know with the 2 tickets you can get Lugia and Ho-Oh now after you beat the game. Also a bird fanatic, so I'm easily swayed. Oh no, I don't see Dot anywhere in the living room. And I don't hear her sneezing nearby. I really hope she's not destroying something I own. No, actually, she's not really destructive. But she can be a little bit of a dip sometimes. Like, she's not destructive on purpose. She won't go crazy tearing things up, but she will, like... Like, okay, for example, I had set a bunch of clothes in a pile, and like one leg of the pants I had was hanging down, and so she started like doing the claw thing on the pant, like claw sharpening on the pants leg, like cats would do on like a tree or a scratching post, and she pulled the entire pile of clothes onto herself. So she's not destructive intentionally, she's just clumsy. How old is Dot? Probably like a year and a half. She lived outside for a pretty long while before she suddenly started invading my house. There's complete silence and a sense of serenity in the air is when you need to be worried. Baby Dot, baby. Remember, she was in a litter of 3. Her sisters were May and Trix. Usually 1-year-olds do be bad. Did you come to explore the cave too? Josh. I'm not joshing you. I want to fight this rat. I don't know. Rat on rat action. Get paralyzed. Ha! Get hosed. Oh, fuck. Ow! I think they're only precious and innocent babies until they're 3 months old. Afterwards, spooky little raptors. I love my little raptor, though. Even if she does have something of an ego. It's your reminder to go bother your animals. Wow, you got the 0.01% chance of inflicting paralysis on the opponent. I know, I was pretty shocked. But not as shocked as that Rattata, hey-yo! When I was younger, I thought the Rattata sprite looked yummy. Concern.
Newt, 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 newt. Gummy Ratata. Hey, does anybody remember those Scooby-Doo gummies where, like, Scooby specifically was the super laser electric blue and was the only gummy that wasn't semi-transparent? But it was also the best tasting one. I remember the older Enid machines, the player indicator looked like jelly beans and I always wanted to eat them. Yee, here's the ectoplasm flavor. Losing stinks, it's so uncool. Came all the way down here to show off to girls. Well, girl just kicked your ass, loser. Also, I don't know if anybody caught my tweet on Blue Sky talking about, like, Weevil and Rex Raptor. Never done hard drugs in my life, but those Scooby-Doo gummies came close. Show off to girls. Josh, you are like 7. But, yeah, like, I feel like filler really harmed the perception of Rex Raptor as a character. Because, like, I don't know how many of you have read, like, the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh! But most of the villain of the weeks in the first, like, quarter of the series before it became about Duelist Kingdom and stuff were, like, bullies who were just, like, unhinged, evil, sociopathic shitheads. And Takahashi had a very specific way of drawing them. And I'm like, for some of these, I'm like, Kazuki, my man, you knew someone like this in real life. And, like, Weevil is really, like, the last of those evil little shits from the early manga. And it is interesting to me that, like, while most of them get, like, you know, their mind scrambled by some horrific penalty game, Weevil just gets, like, thrown out of Duelist Kingdom because he loses, and then, like, loses to Joey and gets really upset about it. And it's interesting because, like, for how horrible of a person Weevil is, he doesn't really get the punishment that terrible Yu-Gi-Oh! People usually get. But it also irritates me that Rex Raptor as a character is considered to be, like, the same kind of character as Weevil. When, like, Weevil is a terrible sociopath who's sadistic and actually wants to hurt people for the sake of hurting them. Rex is just, like, occasionally a little bit of a jerk and is pretty good at trading card games. Because, yeah, like, Rex is a jerk, but he's never, like, the terrible, like, trying to deliberately hurt people jerk. He's just kind of arrogant, kind of brash. I mean, hell, in the manga version of Duelist Kingdom, after Rex loses to Esperoba, he actually tries to help Joey by giving him advice on Esperoga's... Yeah, Rex has an ego, Weevil's just a piece of shit, exactly. I mean, both of them are 15 years old, but, like, Rex is, like, definitely the kind of arrogant guy with an ego who is really, like, tournament level good at trading card games at the age of 15. Where Weevil, like, evil's right there in his name. He's terrible. And, like, I hate that, like, the filler arcs try to put them, like, they're the same level of dastardly when, like, no. I mean, 15-year-olds all have egos, so we can excuse it. Like, yeah, Rex is definitely the kind of person who, like, at 25 will be a pretty cool guy. And be like, man, I was such an ass when I was 15. And, like, he'll say he's such an ass when he was just kind of, like, rude occasionally. But no, it's just one of those things I was pondering about, thinking about the older Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga chapters. Like, You know, if Weevil had been introduced in the series, like, 8 months earlier, the motherfucker would be still in some kind of weird insect-based hallucination hell. I could see Rex mellowing out. Weevil's probably the worst kind of person you see on the internet. Yeah, you see, the thing is, Rex is like... I guess I have this meme in my head, but, like, Rex Raptor thinks Axe body spray is a replacement for a shower. Weevil refuses to shower at the tournament to use that as an offensive weapon. Isn't Weevil the one who... No, it wasn't Joey's cards. Weevil threw Exodia into the ocean. He threw Exodia into the ocean. He conned a 10 or 12-year-old into stealing Joey's dual disc to make the kid put Parasite in it. And the kid said, like, okay, I didn't want to do this, but you promised me a rare card. And Weevil just gave him a regular common card. And then when the kid got mad at him, sprayed the kid in the face with bug spray. Whoa, you shocked me. Oh, you're just a kid. Marcos. That's a low-key... I mean, like, it is, but Weevil's still, like, a terrible person. Like, that's comedically evil, yeah. Which, I mean, that just shows how, like, the danger scaling increased when Duelist Kingdom was starting to become a thing. Because, like I said, if Weevil had been introduced in the manga, like, 8 months earlier, he would have been in some kind of, like, horrible, shadowy hellscape. Where, like... But, you know, you have, like, things like Yugi's grandpa being trapped in a VHS tape. And, you know, the Millennium Item stuff happening. And by Duelist Kingdom, you got Merrick and the ghouls actually killing people. So, like... someone just kind of being a little comedically evil shithead is like... He's been power scaled down. He's like Emperor Pilaf showing up in the middle of DBZ. Funny for a character to do evil for a person, yeah. Rex is literally the kid who's obsessed with dinos, who grows up to still have a dino card in his binder he loves, even if it got power crept back, and he'd find a way to put it back in his deck. Yeah. For sure. Get fwumped. Whoa, shocked again. Kids like you shouldn't be wandering around here in the dark. On the waist, through my hair. Moonstone. I mean, I have a lot of beef with the Darts filler arc. Like, it is basically almost like... It's like an entire season of how badly can we mischaracterize the entire cast. After fully consuming tea, I almost immediately feel better. It's like Diet Coke is for me. It's the healing power, the healing tea. Damn it, my Butterfree does not have Gust yet. I have so much flying types. Goost. Oh, also, really awesome thing in Generation 3, Butterfree has Compound Eyes as its ability. Prepping for Erica. Yo, I got a modest Butterfree. I didn't even notice that. Hell yeah. But yeah, Compound Eyes will increase accuracy, so it'll actually increase Sleep Powder and Stun Spore's accuracy to 98%. So you can actually get something close to being a fast Spore user, which is great for catching Pokemon. Sassy, sassy Spearow. Consume the tea. Now you feel A+. Rash Coffee. Hasty. Ooh, I got a Hasty Pikachu too. Hell yeah. And a Quiet Bulbasaur. Serious Paris. I mean, Cordyceps is a pretty serious concept. Revive. Okay. That's why whenever I play red, blue, or yellow, I always walk up here and start poking around with the A button and there's nothing up here. It's because there's that fucking revive in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and my brain, I think, expects it to be there in Mount Moon. Because sometimes, like, with my memory stuff from, like, between red, blue, and yellow, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like, little changes will get, like, scrunkled around in my head. Compound Eyes affecting drop rate's one of the best additions they made in Emerald. The outside of battle stuff in Emerald for abilities is crazy. There's so many cool things. Goodbye, String Shot. Pokemon nature do you think I'd be? I don't know all the natures off the top of my head. Say I'm feeling B-, but that's a lot better than how I felt. Tells me to do wacky things like crawl to a high place. I like that it's just real birds. Got real birds for the confusion. We have whoever the Dex Rider for Fire Red and Leaf Green's massive vendetta against Indian elephants. Feel Quirky is an obvious one. So now your name is Rain B- days? Little kids shouldn't be messing around with grown-ups. Could be bad news. I am not going to comment on that. Could be bad news for you. Also, I'm sorry, but like my headcanon for my trainer in all of the games is that they're like in their early 20s. They just look really young. Suppose you suggested I should be Rain A+ days. I think you're A+. I'm steamed. You call yourself steamed when you are clearly grilled. Pokemon lived here long before people came. Hi, steamed. I'm Dad. You steamed will all be gogged. I don't like DRM. Oh yeah, give me that sprite scaling. The dude abides. I'm sure I've said that like 4 times. Getting closer to 30 and people still think I'm like college sophomore year. Okay, I said you're an A+ person. It's true. I mean, I'm getting close to 40. And I still occasionally get mistaken for being, like, in my early 20s. It's amazing what not smoking and not drinking will do for you. And not doing hard drugs also. Okay, I did a little bit. I did do Metal Gear Acid and Metal Gear Acid 2 on PSP. I'm gonna say, I guess trans people just have anti-aging properties, but that also works. Well, I mean, that would be more for you because, like, okay, doing hormones and stuff like that for transitioning actually does have anti-aging properties. But taking care of yourself helps a lot, too. Peps. Please stop paralyzing my Pokemons. Gross. I'm not fighting another... Wait, that's right. I can just 4 times super effective on you. Okay, get hosed. It's not long ago, a receptionist couldn't tell if I was over 18. I think it was more of a formality, but still. We, Team Rocket, shall find the fossils, reviving Pokemon from the wilderness huge riches. Team Rocket Grunt. Shit, I really wish I had Quick Attack. Damn it. I don't think Spear even gets Quick Attack. Ah! I don't want to deal with this. Bruh. Seltzer, please. You got this, Seltzer. I believe in you. Oh yeah, shock that thunder. Think I have a plan. Already thought I was a high schooler before I transitioned, so kind of a quotation marks problem I always had. Well, that, and I think like people's perception of someone in their 30s or whatever is still very much rooted in what a person in their 30s looked like in like the 1980s or 1990s. Because I remember seeing a thing that were like Homer Simpson's supposed to be canonically like 35. But like, now that's what I feel like most people would assume like someone in their 50s would look like. It's a rough 35. Well, yeah, it is to us now, but like the first Simpsons episode debuted in 1989. So that would have put him born in 1954? And yeah, someone born in 1954, I could see them looking like that at 35. In 35 this year. Ugh, now I'm mad. I'll debut your face in... I'm not doing a face reveal yet. I haven't even done my VTuber. The year you said. I mean, if you debuted my face in 1989, it would be a literal baby face. Free Moonstone. That's also there in red, blue, and yellow. Until the end of the month to make yourself a PNG tuber. Sweats nervously. Giving my Spearow a potion. Giving my Chew a potion. Mouse friends forever. Wait, do I have one paralyze heal? It better have 4 alt expressions. Okay, come on now. That's a bit much for the end of the month. Guys, I just came back from the bathroom, and while I was doing my business, my cat starts shoving her toy underneath the door for me to throw. Like, girl, I am busy. Oh no, Dot just already barges into the bathroom and is like, "Oh, you're sitting down. It must be snuggle time." And I'm like, "No." Or like, she'll decide to just curl up and take a nap in my pants that are around my legs, and I'm like, "I have to get up to wash my hands now, Dot." And I was like, she ran in there and she started to climb my bare legs, and I'm like, no. Try sitting on her when she's in the litter box and see how she likes it. You see, that's the thing, is like, I don't think she understands. Okay, so this guy's gonna... Okay, yeah. Do I have Butterfree in the front? Alright, A and W. I'm using my advanced knowledge of playing this game or a variant of it for like almost 3 decades. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. When Cheshire had a UTI, I used to watch P to make sure it's healthy because of that. She starts shoving her face into the toilet bowl for the same reason. Like, girl, no! Stands Undertale. My puppy comes to the bathroom and sits next to me, but unfortunately that's because he has separation anxiety. Super Nerd Miguel! Yo, Grimer's out here raising the roof. I love Grimer's sprite in this game. Just so happy. Which, honestly, I feel like most of Grimer's designs have it look just super happy and fun. And I love that the anime runs with that, with Ash's muck being just like the most affectionate ever. My cat usually just comes in and rubs my legs once and then runs away. Also, there's a line in the original Pokemon anime in Sparks Fly for Magnemite, which is the one where Ash catches his muck. And I don't know what happened where this line got translated this way. Because keep in mind, when Ash is facing down the muck, it's the only muck or Grimer in the entire shot. And for some reason he says, "It's an adult muck, and it's child." That has nothing to do with anything that's going on aside from a muck being there. And that has been a on and off vocal stem for me for probably over 25 years at this point. Because it makes 0 sense. Like, in the context of the episode. Tag yourself, are you the adult muck or its child? Like, I kind of want to watch the original Japanese version subtitle to see what that line was supposed to be. Okay, I'll share. We'll each take a fossil. No being greedy. Okay, guys. Helix or Dome? Legitimately, everybody pop off in chat which one you think I should grab. Okay, I got 1 Dome from 7th Force. Got Dome from Maddie. Well, since it says my brain, Ash and Misty caught in a net and says, "And then came the storm." Kabuto, Dome. Okay, it looks like it's pretty unanimously Dome fossil. Dome Dipple. Say Helix for the memes, but I'm really biased for Dome. Hey, we love our Scythe hand, buddy. Dome fossil time.
Alright, then this fossil's mine.
Dome for Vam. True.
Far away on Cinnabar Island, there's a Pokemon lab. They do research on regenerating fossils.
I love Kabutops. I do too. I wish there was a game where it was both like... Well, not even both. Where it was actually like you could get one and use it in your story playthrough at a reasonable point. Because, like, with all the Kanto games, you're pretty darn close to the end of the main story by the time you can get a Kabuto. That'd have been cool for Kabutops and Omastar to get Megas. Oh, that would have been sick. Even could have had lore where it's like, oh, this is their real form, how they were back in, like, you know, ancient Pokemon times. Neko? Is that my clone? $1907. Can I get some 1907s in chat? Hey, look, it's two guys standing 5 feet apart, practicing karate. A punch of roaring ferocity, packed with destructive power. When the chips are down, Mega Punch is the ultimate attack. You agree, yes? Now let me teach it to your Pokemon. You'll be back when you understand the worth of Mega Punch. I feel like they're fisting. I think they are both fighters. A kick of brutal ferocity, packed with destructive power. When you get down to it, Mega Kick is the ultimate attack. Don't you agree? Okay, I'll teach it to your Pokemon. Nah. You'll come crawling back when you realize the value of Mega Kick. I hate using the Mew Tutors in this game and Emerald because they are all single usage. Free stuff, free stuff, free stuff, free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. So one focus on the top and the other on the bottom. Interesting. Boink! I love that they kept the dancing flowers in Fire Red and Leaf Green. No free stuff. I should get free stuff because I'm cute. Ooh, a raspberry. Flancing Dowers. This game sucks. No free shit. I got a TM05. I don't remember what TM that is in Gen 3. Rawr. The foe is made to switch out with an ally. In the wild, the battle ends. 3 out of 10, this game supports capitalism. Google Fire and Leaf Green made it easier to see where there's hidden items. Well, the little sprinkles on the ground are actually always going to be berries. And I'm pretty sure they regenerate after a certain amount of steps, but I don't remember how many. But I think the regeneration after a certain number of steps is supposed to mimic the idea of, like, the daily berries from, like, Gold and Silver. Making an encyclopedia on Pokemon? That sounds amusing. I want a bright red bicycle. I'll keep it at home so it won't get dirty. Grass and caves handled easily. Bike shop. Said what move it was when you picked it up. Shh. Okay, Slowbro, use Sonic Boom. Hello? Come on, Slowbro, pay attention. Shake it, quake it, Sonic Boom! Too much time, too little to do. There's nothing entertaining happening anywhere. Dang, bro, I got the opposite problem. Cerulean City, a mysterious blue aura surrounds it. I remember when I played Pokemon as a kid, every time I stopped playing my game for the day, I'd have my character fly back home. We all know that Bluetooth brain cell is absent from the streamer. Tee. Like, as soon as you hit go live, the brain cell's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take a lunch break for exactly the amount of hours it takes you to stream. The grass and caves were handled easily. Yeah, I wish mine were too. But, okay, Guru, that reminds me of how when Mom and I played through Breath of the Wild together, Because I'm pretty sure you guys know that you can buy a house in Breath of the Wild. Whenever we'd stop playing, my mom would want to take Link back to his house and change into pajamas so he could go to bed. She's like, you can't just save the game and leave him out there in the, out there in the middle of nowhere till we get back. Bluetooth brain cells making you work on you improve skills. I like how you read that message wrong but responded to it in a way that showed your brain got the words anyway. It eventually got there. Listen, okay, I'm like a PS1 game. It's cool, stylish, trend setting, really long load times. Your improv skills. Well, as I've said before, streaming is live broadcasted improv. It's a improv performance with a video game as a prop. Bluetooth brain cells also absent from me, also old. Why didn't you go upstairs and try trading Pokemon with your friends? You could get a lot more variety by trading. The Pokemon you get in trades grow quickly too. Wow, okay, Shell. Bill has lots of Pokemon. He collects rare ones too. Have you heard about Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. I think people are just jealous of Bill, though. Who wouldn't want to boast about their Pokemon? Backseating. Backseat hacks. All right. Down, 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 down. Okay, so I'm kind of at a crossroads, kind of at an impasse, a cross-pass inroads. Because I'm gonna have to fight a guy. Well, you see, I don't really feel like I have a Pokemon team who could do battle fight good. But I don't really think there's much else I can catch to really upgrade my team at the moment. But the only way I'm going to be able to get anywhere or get any more Pokemon that are ones I haven't seen yet. When do you get the Nidos? After the battle with... there's a rival battle that's going to... when I go north. And I can't get anywhere else until after I do that rival battle. Because remember, the Nidos are in Route 22 near Viridian City and Red, Blue, and Yellow. But they're moved to later in the game in... Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yeah, the battle in front of Nugget Bridge. Also, there's a hilarious... Yo, it's Xbox. Wait a minute, shit. Fuck. Sorry, Ekans. Huh. But, there's a hilarious thing you can do with Nugget Bridge. I don't know if it's not so much a bug or a glitch, but it's an oversight. But when you defeat all the trainers and the last person who gives you the nugget, if you lose to him, and if you come back to fight him again, he'll give you another nugget, and he will keep doing that every single time. So you can just get one really underleveled Pokemon and just get infinity nuggets, which sounds fucking delicious. Dude, infinity nuggets and a big freaking bottle of just fresh out of the refrigerator, the Hunt's, like, the Simply Heinz ketchup, you know, the one without the high fructose corn syrup or any of that shit. Oh my gosh, dude. And then some crinkle-cut french fries that are, like, seasoned. I'm really hungry all of a sudden. I don't know why. It do be a way to get infinite money. Like I said, I kind of was tempted to do it a little bit, but I'm probably going to pass on that just because, like, I would like to play the game in its natural curve. Besides, money's not as much of an issue in, how long has it been since you've eaten? Maybe like 30 minutes before the stream, so I'm not starving that hard. I've actually been wanting spaghetti for like 2 days now, so I'm probably gonna make that when I end the stream. I really want spicy nuggets. I have not had spicy nuggets in a long time. It sucks. My local Walmart, they only carry Tyson chicken stuff and no other brand aside from the Walmart brand. Shit, I need some balls. You see Growlithe here? I already used the name Barks, I'm sorry. Remember that was Weedle's name because it's a root beer because Butterfree's A and W. No, I was gonna name Growlithe Mug because Mug root beer is the one that actually has the dog on it. A very common sight in grassland, etc. It flicks its tongue in and out to sense danger. I don't know why, but it just using etc. like that in a Pokédex entry bothers the hell out of me. Yes. Only spicy chicken fries, but they still scratch the itch of spicy nuggets. It doesn't do it for me, I'm sorry. It has to be like... I'm a picky bitch. Can of Coke. I wholeheartedly support anything named after the bar. Oh, I get it. Funny how you mentioned spaghetti, because tomato sauce spaghetti is my dinner yesterday. I'm very cool and classy and dignified, so I have my spaghetti with just butter. And a little bit of salt. Okay, but also go out and find habanero ketchup to eat with the spicy chicken fries. I tried one of the spicy ketchups. I don't remember which brand. And it just didn't taste that good. Like, it wasn't too hot or anything. It just didn't taste very good to me. Which is weird, because I like spicy stuff. It sucks because, like, my local McDonald's has, like, 4 spicy sauces, and I do not like the taste of any of them. No, I'm sorry, I mentioned it a minute ago, but my brain is like a PlayStation 1 game. It just has long load times. I should probably go ahead and put Chardonnay in the box until I can learn how to spell their name. Better long load times than disk read errors for sure. What is Thicket? Unis Asus made a big deal about it. I don't know. Can of Coke right there. Chardonnay, who I will go... For the second half, my brain, like, went completely to the Japanese, like, a Japanese, like... It heard the sounds of Chardonnay, and then, like, transliterated it to katakana and back to English. I'm so sorry. Probably just a masochist when it comes to food specifically. Thick water that's given to hospital patients that can swallow fluid. I don't know who Unis Asus is, but my dyslexia is having a field day with that name. So those other people primarily... Oh, can't swallow fluid. My husband likes trading Pokemon. You're collecting Pokemon for your Pokedex, aren't you? Would you please trade with him? Hello there, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to trade it for my Jinx? Sure. I don't have a Poliwhirl. If you don't want to. I mean, I do. Jinx is really cool, actually. Unis Anus is a YouTube channel that Markiplier and some dude made together. The main goal is to make videos for 365 days and delete it. Ah. All your item needs fulfilled. Pokemon Mart. This has got to be a thing that like I was just old enough to have missed. It's pronounced like Onus Honest. Unis Honest. Okay. Did you know about rare candy? They don't sell it in shops. I think it makes a Pokemon grow very quickly all of a sudden. Repel not only keeps bugs away, it also works on weak Pokemon. Put your strongest Pokemon at the left of the Pokemon list. If your first Pokemon's strong, Repel's effect is boosted. Ooh, like goo. I'm in that ooh, like goo. You're a trainer too? Collecting, battling, it's a tough life, isn't it? Oh, here's the guy who'll tell you about your badges. Only skilled trainers can collect Pokemon badges, Carpet. Tianus. I see that you have at least one. Those badges have amazing secrets, did you know? Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? The attack stat of all Pokemon increases a little bit. Also lets you use the mood Flash outside of battle. Now then. See, that's the thing. This is in red, blue, and yellow also. It'll actually tell you all the effects of the badges in-game. I feel like a lot of people who accuse older games of being obtuse are just like, they're not. You just don't want to talk to NPCs or read the manual. There it is. I'm in the middle of the house-like carpet. Middle of our house-like carpet. Kobe Fox version, the house-like carpet. It's really playing in my head. An unfortunately large amount of my brain is dedicated to that sample and its history, and I just can't get that bun in the oven special. Made breakfast. They made breakfast with sex toys once. Ah, Sexfest. Getting into DQ, last few years installed a bit of talking to everyone and examining everything. I feel like it's kind of a lost art. Cole's pregnant? Thank you, Maddie, for sharing the Bluetooth brain cell with me. Completely changed how I play RPGs. No, it's like, it's part of the reason why my plays are so slow plays, because I really do be talking to everybody. And it's amazing how much it'll elucidate if you just take the time. The people here were robbed. It's obvious that Team Rocket's behind this most heinous of crimes. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Dragon Quest mention? Seventh Force has very good taste in everything. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, The Seventh Force, on YouTube for fighting game videos, cool trivia, and other stuff. Not shilling, I just really like his content. I don't know, actually, you know, like I say that, and I do really like his content, but I just don't really like describing creative works with the word content. Not sponsored. I mean, he did donate bits once, so semi-sponsored, 1% sponsored. It's not shilling, it's promoting. Listen, I show all my friends eternally. I hate calling it that too. Okay, it's not just me. Like, go follow LD on Blue Sky. She's got like 7 accounts or something. Her art's amazing. She has really cool OCs with like a really creative world she's building. Go follow Maddie, Houndoom Diawi on Blue Sky. They're just good at literally everything. Like, their art, their character designs, their Fakemon designs, always amazing. They don't share enough of it, and that's completely reasonable. You can share whatever level you want, but it's all still really good. Go follow Rain if you're not following. Here, let me just Okay, you need to be following Rain. They're doing an amazing, wonderful playthrough of Pokemon with Red, Blue, and Yellow, and also later games coming soon with teams entirely of Pokemon who have base stat totals under 500. Only have 3 accounts, sob. I know, but whenever you change profile pics, you're a completely new person to me. I'm just kidding. Ish. I mean, granted, I do follow all 3 of the accounts, and they're all great, so. I just see another account with your artwork, and I'm like, who's this? Why are they stealing LD's art? Yeah, like, I can't help that I have a community of cool, creative people that are really awesome at what they do, so. They call me the Weather Channel the way I follow Rain. That sounded stalkerish, but I don't have a better joke. Oh, okay, you'd be the Weather Channel, but you do have the the sick Kingdom Hearts sounding 2006 thing as like your theme music. I'm gonna stand up here by this ledge. Whoa. Now that's the soundtrack when you walk outside when there's a tornado warning and you see a life bar and you're like, uh-oh. Okay, let's level everybody up to, like, 16. Fucking Storm Chaser. Also wearing green while telling us about the weather. Also, Rain, that made me chuckle thinking about, like, okay, I don't know if anybody watched the 4Kids Foxbox version of One Piece. God fucking damn it. The fucking 100% poison chance got me again. I don't know if anybody watched the Foxbox, like, 4Kids version of One Piece. But, Smoker very obviously had his 2 cigars edited out of his mouth. And his name got changed to Chaser. And just the concept that, like, let's say if 4Kids had kept dubbing it, having a character named Chaser in the same universe with at least 2 major canonically trans characters made me laugh a little bit. Also, a few of the One Piece video games that got released for GameCube and PS2 actually have the 4Kids voice cast and naming conventions. Very unfortunate. Oh, that's brilliant. Also, some of the edits in that were really bizarre. The most odd to me wasn't a censorship edit, but the fact that, like, is Chaser a bad word? Not necessarily. But in trans communities, it can be used to refer to somebody who will specifically try to go out of their way to date trans people because they're trans. And sometimes have just one-night stands with trans people because they're trans. And it's not necessarily a bad word, but can have some negative connotations. Only 2 real reactions to that information, and they're both shown here. Also, with Spearow, like, you can very clearly see, like, how bright the orange for its face fluff is, and then, like, it has the dark black as the main part of its head. And for some reason, that, like, black on bright color thing always makes me think of Hikaru's hair from Hikaru no Go. And people get... Yeah, it's the same energy as people got called chubby chasers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's literally the exact same energy. Granted, I don't think anybody in this chat except maybe 7th is going to know what Hikaru no Go is. Rain might. But I feel like being under 30, Rain might not have actually... Wait, shit. Did anybody even read American Shonen Jump? Because that thing hasn't been... Oh god, American Shonen Jump hasn't been on store shelves for like fucking... Shit, 14 years? Shit. Dude, I miss just going into Food Lion and seeing Shonen Jumps on the shelf. Like, man. It was 2012 when that got discontinued. Brother used to collect American Shonen Jumps. Don't know if he still does. I actually have every... Unfortunately, they're disorganized because a lot of stuff's in... Well, was in storage. Now it's in boxes in my room that I need to go through. It ran from, I think, 2002 to 2012. I am fairly sure I have every single one of every issue from American Shonen Jump except the very first one. I had one issue from like 03. Well, the very first issue I think was dated December 2002. Is that why Americans are more knowledgeable about Jump? Yeah. Well, also, and a lot of American logos, outside of really big stuff like Dragon Ball, they still have the Shonen Jump banner appear across it. It was on Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff for a while, too. But Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of a big enough brand on its own. And the thing is, like, in America, you can still read Shonen Jump. You can read all the new chapters and stuff, like, a couple days after they come out in Japan. It's just that, right now it's all on an app or on the website, and it's like a subscription service. But granted, it's like a dirt cheap subscription service. I think it's like $4 a month. I'm subscribed to it. Remember when I talked to an Indonesian, they were shocked how she didn't know what Nakayoshi is because every American I knew didn't. Or she did know what Nakayoshi is. Yeah, it's crazy because in 2012 was the end of both American Shonen Jump and of Nintendo Power. Looking it up, I had the April 2003 with Luffy on the cover. Mank. If I wanted to talk about any other magazine, I usually have to explain it. There's a very tiny subsection that also knows about, like, a couple seinen magazines and, like, Young King Hours and stuff like that. Young King Hours is known specifically because it had Trigun. And I think some people in America are aware of Shonen Gangan because it had Full Metal Alchemist and Soul Eater. And it's Square Enix associated, and there's, like, a big Square Enix contingent in America. Like, big. Which I guess I am part of. It's weird because, like, there's a big Square Enix fandom. It's like, it's not just Final Fantasy. Like, you know, these people are, like, up on every Octopath Traveler, you know, stuff like Live Alive, the HD 2D stuff, Mana, Saga. But even within the big Square Enix contingent, you have to fucking grab people's arms and twist them backward to get them to play one singular Dragon Quest. None of what Mikhail listed is shoujo? Damn. It is really hard to get the standard American anime fandom to even acknowledge that shoujo's real. Granted, like, it's a very male-dominated... The fandom, most of the loud voices are male, or they're, like... I'm trying to think how to word this properly. Like, there are a lot of female voices, but they're also doing shonen content, just shonen content more geared toward female taste. Thicket could have been Ekans, so actually could have been Solid Snake. Damn. Granted, it took me years to try, so... Dragon Quest anyways. I'm gonna go play Dragon Quest in. Girls don't like media. It's true. Well, no, that's the thing is, like... There's a large section of fans in America where anime is just shonen, or manga is just shonen. That's all they know. Like, we had Nakayoshi, Chow, if you wanted to go for non-gendered magazines, G Fantasy. I love my shoujo stuff, but I do need to read more. It's like, dude, it was hard to get anything shoujo besides Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor Sakura in America for a long time. Like, I think Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon are, like, the two in America that people know. But also, they were also the two that were on Toonami. Also, Guru, I don't know if you're familiar with Cardcaptor Sakura, but if you are, I bequeath you, find the English Cardcaptors dub. It is insane. Was Precure on Toonami? I would have to look that up. I stopped having cable after 2007 because they canceled Toonami and canceled almost all the anime on Cartoon Network. And they also canceled most of the shows my mom wanted to watch on cable, so we just gave up on it. It was a Shogo Shara girl, so no. Well, okay, if you can read Cardcaptor Sakura, there's some stuff in it that hasn't exactly aged well, but for the most part, it's fantastic. And it is very much an important work of fiction for getting me in touch with who I am. Sakura is low-key already old. You know, it was already old by the time you were born. Funnily enough, I found it funny as a guy who thinks stereotypically first anime to be shonen or in High Host Club. Sometimes you got to kiss, kiss, fall in love. Can't get through it. Shogo Chara was problematic in its own way. Shugo Chara. I said, Cardcaptor Sakura is not super problematic. It's more of the, just one or two little things. Opening's still fire, true. But then again, like, I feel like if you're turned off by problematic things being in your fiction, you probably shouldn't be engaging with fiction. Back in the day was so problematic. So many student-teacher books. Yeah, maybe You're My Love. Like, perhaps. I mean, I think it comes back to the Weevil Underwood bug spray thing. You know, like, that's hilarious to see a fictional character do, but terrible for a real person. And a lot of the problematic stuff in shoujo is like, yeah, that would be horrible if it was real. Good thing these characters live in made-up land where there's no real trauma and it's just there for drama. But then again, it's like one of those eternally, like, evergreen Tumblr posts. Where, like, there are several loud people on the internet who treat fictional people like they're real and real people like they're fictional and get incredibly mad at you for knowing the difference. Ooh, Tokyo Mew Mew, yes. Oh gosh, that was such a formative manga for me. I love Tokyo Mew Mew so much. It's hard to think someone would do that. I know, once again, like, Weevil is an over-the-top evil little shit. Wanted to find a way to watch because I thought Ichigo was cute. No, it was actually really funny to me because I read Tokyo Mew Mew before Bleach came out. And I thought it was funny that both main characters were named Ichigo. I understand that fictional can impact real life in some ways, but people take that logic a little too far. Well, no, the thing is, like, same person, different choices. I probably shouldn't go into it. I need to keep my streams a little bit cozier, because sometimes I get pulled really deeply into having opinions. Hi, Dot. You take a little nappy nap? Dot came to save the day. Come on. I have this lap just for you, princess. Come on. Got blasted by nostalgia of the experience everyone had with Inuyasha waking up for an early morning, turning on the TV and having the ending theme be blasted at full volume while I was still asleep. Bokutachi wa. And Sesshomaru just standing on that rock up there. Also, fun fact, in the notes and documents from Rumiko Takahashi for Inuyasha, because Rumiko Takahashi is the original author. She also did Ranma 1/2 and My Son Ikoku. She specifically notes that at no point are you ever allowed to have Kagome have panty shots. Like, that's specifically a hard rule in the notes. I remember waking up to Tenchi Muyo enthralled with the arts. I love Tenchi Muyo's art style. I have never watched a single frame of that show, aside from the little bits of it that were in the Toonami, like, mini music videos they would have between commercials. I don't have anything against it, I just never watched it. When I first got cable, it was like right after it had rotated out. I remember that, especially during the high time of panty shots. I respect that. Whoa, 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 kitten. I mean, isn't looking at a screenshot watching a frame? You're not wrong. Biggest sneeze ever. She literally sneezed and, like, she was in mid... Okay, she was trying to step onto my lap, sneezed in mid-step and fell sideways, and took part of my hand with her. I now have a big claw mark on my hand. I don't blame her or anything. She fell by accident. She picked herself up, though. She didn't fall all the way onto the floor. That's what that whoa was from me. Yeah, she's still sniffly. I've been making sure she gets plenty of water. I bought tiny little fancy feast food just for her that none of the other cats get. I want to make sure she's got plenty of food in that little tummy. Ugh, I gotta make sure I clean this scratch off after stream. Don't worry, I have like alcohol pads and stuff in the house. It's just like, sometimes when you're neurodivergent and you get a minor injury, you forgore until you like wash your hands or something and then die. Because I feel like every neurodivergent person has had the experience of get some kind of cut on your hand, forget it exists, reach for some hand sanitizer, curl into a ball and scream. You should maybe do that now, at least a quick wipe. Wait, where the fuck did I get this gaping gash wound across my chest? Okay, I'm going to go get some alcohol real quick. I'll be bike rack. Okay, I return. I have successfully had alcohol while streaming. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I cleaned it off with an alcohol pad. I put on a Band-Aid and some triple anti-robotic ointment, so I will not turn into a robot. Get a maintenance job, making sure to disinfect at the earliest convenience. One of those things you learn to do. Also, it took me a minute because I had no idea where. Whoa! I accidentally almost knocked my mic down. Teehee. I had no idea where my Ikea lives another day. I will squeak longer. Better watch yourself, cheese. I survived. Yeah, I could not find my alcohol swabs in the bathroom cabinet, and when I came to look for them, the whole box was sitting on my PlayStation 4 game shelf. Just in front of my games. I have no idea why, but that's the magic of having ADHD. Drink your legs, stretch your water. Alrighty. Everybody grab your caffeine-free, ow, cat climbing my leg, your caffeine-free, sugar-free beverage of choice. Got my water tumbler right here. Take a nice big sippy. Hi, Dad. When you have ADHD, items gain the ability to randomly teleport. It's true. Okay, I kind of just want to go fight Blue now. Hopefully I can take him. Who's Blue? Bobbidi Bobbidi? I'm sorry, Silvio. Yo, Mots! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught, Mots. My Philwin, you've made it to a second draft of your book and only found out the first one flowed better. I have been there. My condolences. Ow! Oops. What happened there? That's crazy. Still with worse making the second draft, though, yeah. Wow, weird. Must have been a bug in the code. It's crazy. This release is buggier than we thought. Yeah, there's a bug type right there. Bug? You mean A and W? Weird how it only seems to happen when things aren't going your way. Bizarre coincidence, I know. It is. Now I know what alternative way to write this story. Weave together in some way. Must have been the wind. The wind is my fave comment trend. Go to Eep. How dare you, first of all. Double how dare you. Must have been the Pokemon Winds and Waves. Oh, that was the wind. Damn, the wind got hands. The Wind and Waves releasing simultaneously 2027. Okay. Let's be logic about this. How fucking dare you? You're not supposed to keep remembering that you have quick... Ha! Get hosed! What is logic to quick attack? Quick attack you myself, bitch. Why am I struggling with a Pidgeotto? God fucking damn it. Oh, probably because I'm going at this underleveled. Rat. You know, it is coming to my attention that I probably should have just leveled up that Mankey. Fun fact, the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire wasn't openly said it included Okinawa until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. You know, I have come to a realization that I have raised a team of fast, frail Pokemon, except my Bulbasaur. So Charmander's faster than Pidgey. Good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke. Whose realization? They must be attractive. Not fast enough, apparently. I believe in you, Seltzer. I still believe in you. Thought you were grinding. You see, I got impatient, and that was a fucking mistake. I guess I kind of wanted to see how far I could get without doing any more grinding, but not much more far, unfortunately. Yikes indeed. I don't know why, but I thought his team was a little bit weaker at this point. Last second critical hit was that was very rude, in fact. Okay, I don't know how I've done like 100+ hours of grinding on Crystal, but this grinding is making me get all squinkly about it. Okay, I guess running 3 flying types that have low defense probably wasn't in my top 10 best plans. Because it's not fully your choice. Gen 2 vibes are just different. But with parts, not fully my choice. But yeah, Gen 2 do be having its own vibes. I sure hope this thing doesn't know Pursuit at level 10. Also, it is really interesting to me how many Gen 3 back sprites grinding this time versus the grinding in Crystal. I gotcha. But how many of the Gen 3 back sprites from the Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon seem to be just carried directly over from Gen 2? Not that I'm complaining. I think Gold, Silver, and Crystal have some excellent back sprites. But Geodude's is definitely his Gen 2 back sprite. I think Pidgey's is the most noticeable just because its back sprite's so stylish and stands out so much. This is why I love the experience split mechanic in recent Pokemon games. It makes grinding less agonizing, yeah. Always thought it was really cool. I guess I'm excited to get to the next route and catch some of the different Pokemon and stuff. But hilariously, I have literally made my career on grinding in Pokemon games. Oh yeah, also, I was thinking about this when I was suffering through Job today. And I was kind of going to talk about English, give me a sec. I was kind of going to just make a grinding manga. Manga do be a grind sometimes. But I was going to talk to Maddie about it specifically, but I'll probably just talk to everybody about it. Grind one me, mommy. Yeah, I see the typo. But I was kind of thinking of formatting like my streams and stuff to where we're like, okay, after we get more things completed and I get everything reined in, of kind of working through like one of the Pokemon games, one big RPG, and then maybe like one or two platformers. That was kind of a little bit my plan early on. Grind on me, more EXP. I way overextended in October for how early it was in my career, and I do plan to getting back to all those games. With Resident Evil 1, I might start that one back over from the beginning, because it's not a very long game anyway. But I have not forgotten about Parasite Eve, or Jack and Daxter. And we will finish Mega Man 3 also. I mean, Mega Man 3 we're most of the way done. It's just kind of a slog fighting the Doku robots. Final Fantasy V. Don't worry, there will be more Final Fantasy V in the very soon. It's actually only been like I think a week or so since I played it last. But you see, in my head, like when it comes to playing through games, my two major categories are quest and action. Where quest games are more long-form games that focus on story, where action is more games that focus on, like, mastery and skill accomplishment. I mean, granted, there can be plenty of overlap, and it does take skill to finish, like, a long RPG. But I mean skill accomplishment and, like, you know, execution and stuff like that. You know, stuff like platformers, things like your Devil May Cries. Where quest games like your RPGs, visual novels, adventure games like Zelda. And Pokemon games are generally mostly quest games, but they're kind of in their own category. I don't mind, I just enjoy hanging out with you in chat. Thank you. I enjoy you being here, Cole. Thank you. But no, here's the thing. I've never actually finished Final Fantasy V before. Rain, thank you for once again cutting a worthless object. How dare you use the word "UB" in vain in a future VTuber's chat? Top viewers, ha. Bold of you to assume any of my viewers would be tops. I'm just kidding, I love you guys. And also, a person's preference in that nature really doesn't have anything to do with their personality, their interests, their actions. People just be liking what they like. Only finished Final Fantasy 2, 4, 9, 12, and 15. I have finished 6, 7, 4, Tactics Advance. Those are all numbers I know. And Brain flatlining. Come on, Brain. I mean, being a power bottom is my entire personality. It's what I am. It's my destiny. Okay, I'm saying it's not always an indicator, but hey, I respect it. You see, Guru, you are so one of a kind in the way that you're a woman who's largely attracted to men, but you've still somehow managed to make being gay your entire personality. Proving my theory that being gay is not actually an essential opponent to being a gay person. It's a spirit, yeah. It also just reminds me of the whole Dragon Ball Z abridged Zarbon thing. Don't make me say a gay man is my spirit animal. I thought your spirit animal was a overly tweaked Japanese car. I know, it was so great. It's like, oh yes, I need to use the Lord Frieza. I need to use the phone to call my girlfriend and tell her I won't be available. And she's like, yo what? I'm tackling this bird. You know, I wish there was a Dragon Ball game that kind of really in-depth covered the entire story. Because I would love to share the story of Dragon Ball with you guys, because I know some of you have never watched the whole thing. I guess Kakarot would be the best one. It's crazy, though, because, like, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is such a deep, well-thought-out, and fulfilling Dragon Ball Z game. But for some reason, marketing gave it the most boring, shit-ass name and cover art. That thing must have sold 10 million through word of mouth alone, because there is no way that that cover got anybody to buy it. The cover of the game Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is literally Goku flying on the Nimbus against an orange background with a drop shadow, and it's not even like a super intense action pose, it's like some stock art. And you probably think, oh, they probably just fucked up the American box. No, it's got the same cover in the Japanese version. Closest we got to a full adaptation was Advanced Adventure. Revenge of King Piccolo for Wii is also really freaking good. Minimalism's going to be the death of us all. Yeah, I guess, like, I'd like to play the Origins games on DS, but I don't know if they'd stream well. Though the first Dragon Ball Origins does get the award for best use of that middle bar between the two DS touchscreens, or the DS top screen and touchscreen. Origins is rough on an emulator. Well, it's done entirely with touchscreen controls. Because see, Origins 2, which covers like the Red Ribbon Army arc, actually you can play it with like the D-pad and buttons. It's like, okay, if there are any Bandai Namco representatives watching my stream, there are not. But if there magically are, could you guys maybe work on, like, a Dragon Ball Origins collection for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC via Steam? Hey, it's me, Mix Namco. Actually, how do you pronounce the MX prefix? Just Mix, okay. Got it, making Tales of Dragon Balls. You joke, but in Japan there was a Sergeant Frog DS game that used one of the Tales of Games engines. And actually played like a Tales game, so... I also realized now that it says Tales of Dragon Ball, yeah. It took me a second there. Dyslexia. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, dyslexia. I think it used Hearts engine. I'm still mad that we never got the 2D version of Tales of Hearts at all. Also... the fucking PlayStation Vita English script for Tales of Hearts R, like, borders on being a fucking abridged series sometimes. Like, I like we would have gotten the CG version. Ugh. I mean, you're not wrong, but that makes it worse. Let's make to the Dragon Ballia joke until I reread it a few times and realized it was said already. The start of stream, I said I was more awake than usual, but that's definitely worn off. Play, I appreciated your hour or two of awakeness. I'm glad I got to spend it with you. It's a mank off. In the first Donkey Kong Country, there's actually an evil Kong that's one of the enemies called Manky Kong. And I always thought Mankey in Pokemon was a reference to that, but I don't think it is. It do be a little after 11 p.m. Oh shit, it really do. I intended this to be a short stream. I was gonna play Animal Crossing for 30 minutes, play Pokemon for an hour and a half, and call it there. Oops. I didn't do that. Man, I really wanted to beat Silvio before wrapping up stream, but I should go make myself that spaghetti and go to bed soon. It's 3 hours, girly. I know. It's 3 hours and 24 minutes right now. Fuck, wait, fuck, shit. And I'm getting too tired because I'm not paying enough attention. I hope this Rattata does no pursuit. Don't use pursuit on my mank. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We can work on this more later. I'm losing track of what I'm doing. That's not good. You see, because when I start streaming, I get super excited about my streams, and then I forget that I had to go to job for like 8 hours. After 10 p.m., I become 4 feet tall. 4 feet of tails. Well, 7th, like, I'm about to wrap up right now, so there's not really any more stream, but good night. You have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Take it easy. But I'm pretty much going to say that to all of you. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. I am a very tired little squeak, and I want some spaghetti. I am off work tomorrow, so I am probably going to be streaming once again. Depending on when everyone else does their streams, I might start a little early like I did Thursday. But good night, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. Bye.